Welcome to Metal Minutia. I'm Ray. I'm here with Phil.
Hello.
We're here to talk about heavy metal in far too much detail. We've got some special guests today. They're in the green room waiting patiently. We're just going to talk about some new releases first before we bring those guests in. You've got some, Phil? What's going on in your world? What's new?
Yes, so I'll get some lame news out of the way first up, unfortunately. You know that band Hexenbrett that I'm become quite fond of?
Yeah,
I love their last album. Well, they just disbanded this week, which is...
In what country did they disband?
Yeah, good question. I don't think we're ever going to get a straight answer.
Yeah.
I saw something saying that they might be Austrian.
Austrian, okay.
Yeah, because of a slip-up on stage. They accidentally... The vocalist said something about...
Local politics or...
Yeah, something of the type. And so possibly gave them away, but... You know, I like to, and I will continue to not know and be happy that I will never know precisely where they're from, the mystery. But yeah, they're disbanded, but they did it my favourite way, which is they just put up a graphic that said Hexenbrett 2019 to 2026, and like in the comment was just so long. So that's my favourite way for a band to disband. I hate like... all right, we've come to the part. We've come to the point in the path when, or you know, due to a blah blah blah. Or whatever. It's like, nah, just say it. This is it. Seers. That's my favourite way to do it. So, in keeping with how much I like this band, they even break up the way that I like bands to break up.
Very good.
So.
They're almost the most important part of a band sometimes.
Yeah. Endings is just as important as every other part of the thing. So. So just wanted to get that out of the way. But I've been listening to The Veil, the new album, Departures, which came up just
2 weeks ago. I think the 6th of June or something, that weekend anyway.
Yeah, and long awaited. I think it's been about 10 years or maybe longer between.
12, yeah. 2014 was the Impermanence, was the previous album.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
So you know more about it. But yeah, I've just been listening to that, and it's super good.
Yeah, it's been really enjoyable.
Yeah.
They've got their Melbourne album launch show.
Excellent.
Next week, 27th of June.
At the
Bendy.
Excellent. We'll be there.
Yeah, we will.
Hopefully they're playing mostly new stuff, because I'm really looking forward to seeing any and all of that live.
Yeah. No, they've had a couple of lineup changes in that 12-year period, and I think a little bit of a hiatus around the... either leading into COVID or during COVID or whatever it happened to be, but they came out of it, and so it used to be like a 5-piece, and now they're a 3-piece.
Yeah.
Occasionally a 4-piece. So anyway, great band, and looking forward to seeing them next week.
Yeah, awesome.
Or it'll be, I guess by the time this comes out, it'll be this week.
It will be.
Or perhaps in the past.
Who knows? And Spirit Adrift, an album called Ghost of the Gallows, which is a band that I am on and off with. I really like their album Divided by Darkness, which came out in 2019. But then since then, nothing that they've done has really grabbed me. But this album that came out in 2023 called Ghost of the Gallows is really cool. Doomy kind of melodic-ish. Kind of plain old heavy metal, really. They started as like a doom death band, but then... are you familiar with...
No, I'm not.
I think you might dig it.
Sounds like my sort of thing.
Yeah, check it out. Listen to Divided by Darkness first, though, because that album's absolutely unreal. That was 2019. That was one of those ones that I just got into with it's like a positive COVID memory, you know. We've got a few of those. It's like I was listening to that, smashing it, and it's a really cool really cool album. But if you're out there and you like Divided by Darkness, and like me, you thought the rest got a bit lackluster, well then try Ghost of the Gallows, because it's pretty cool.
Very good.
That's it from me on current affairs, though. What's happening on your side of town?
The Veil was on my list, and there's another one from Greece, Automaton. I think the same weekend or last week, one of the two. Their new third album, Labyrinth. I've got the T-shirt of their second album on.
Nice.
But yeah, sort of psychedelic doom post-metal. I feel like it's a bit like Pink Floyd playing doom.
Yeah. Sick.
It might not be a totally fair on Pink Floyd or doom.
all the genre of doom.
Yeah. But they'll, I quite like them. I saw them at Inferno Fest a couple of years ago. Excellent live and lovely fellows. But the new album's just come out and worth a go.
Excellent.
And yesterday, Warning, Rituals of Shame.
Yeah.
So maybe 10 months ago on this very podcast, I said the last thing in this world that I want is another Warning album.
Did you know it was happening then?
No,
Yeah,
like 2 weeks later it got announced, and I went through like the stages of grief.
Yeah.
I was like,
but it's like inverse. It's, because it's...
Yeah, it sort of came out of being optimistic, but initially I was like, oh, this is...
Yeah.
All my fears have come to light, and then... and so on.
Can you process things right now? Like, is it too soon to ask you like a...
It is very good.
Yeah.
I would say that. I've probably listened to it... I listened to it a couple of times when I was working yesterday, and then one proper listen as well.
Yeah.
And it is really good. I want to obviously sink my teeth into it a bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's been 20 years since Watching from a Distance came out, their 06 album. The band, it's 20 years ago.
It's a cheeky 20 years between albums.
Yeah, but in the meantime, the guy that writes the music, Patrick Walker, is another project, 40 Watt Sun, which has done, I think, 4, maybe 5 albums, quite a lot.
Yep.
But that's really like acoustic-y type stuff with a lot of space. But that's meant his like vocals have had to come on a long way, because they're so much more exposed in that sort of environment. And now doing the heavier album with Warning again, like there's some parts of just like really stunning vocals on there.
Yeah, elevated.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the songwriting is sort of like if every 6 or 7 years when AC/DC comes out with a new album, you're not like, well, they've progressed so much.
Yeah.
And I was sort of worried that it was going to be like, it's Watching from a Distance part 2. But it actually sounds like a whole new thing.
Yeah.
Obviously still sounds like Warning, but it has progressed and is good. And
well, that's a great start. That's a great initial reaction, right? So,
and the guitars are just beautiful on there. It's just like, rich and lush. Heaps of reverb. I feel like it's not super, Doom tends to be a bit fuzzy or whatever, but it's
How exciting. Cool, man. That's good.
It's worth a loud listen.
Yeah.
When you get a chance.
Worth a loud listen. That's a hype sticker. Put that up the front. Worth a loud listen.
All right. We've got Dean and Dan from the new band Helluloid from Melbourne.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you. How we doing?
Hello, Phil. Hello, Ray.
Fantastic.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. There's only been 2 people that have been return guests.
Yeah, I suppose we should address the elephant in the room, shouldn't we? The last time I was on this podcast, I may not have been invited.
But you're invited this time, and most people that turn up to something uninvited don't get invited back.
Well, that is true. That is true.
So it's definitely a compliment straight up, and loyal listeners will remember Dan's famous podcast bomb. But
season 5, episode 27.
Go back and check it out, guys.
But you guys just started a new band over the last, whatever it is, 6-12 months or something like that. Having previously been in other bands. Like when Slash Metal, the album came out, it was one of those things where I had no idea what it was going to sound like. It's this dumb thing that
Neither did we, in fairness.
The dumb thing where, like, based on the bands that other people have been in previously, you have this idea of, it'll sound like X. And this is not a negative thing, but it didn't sound anything like what I was expecting based on the previous bands.
Yeah, I had the same reaction.
Yeah.
And I can't really quantify why. I don't know if that's where you're going,
Yeah.
but I don't really know why. But it
so-
still didn't sound like what I thought. You guys both come from, well, at least the heavy metal bands. I'm going to ask you a bit more about your history later on, but certainly the heaviest stuff you guys have done has been in the death thrash, black metal, extreme metal vein, and this sounds like kind of more like 80s straight up kind of thrash, and that's not a throw. That's
No,
not
that's
like
good
a patronising
because
thing.
that was the intention.
Yeah.
Sort of
to
early
do something a
Slayer
little bit
type.
different.
Yeah. So talk about how that came together and why you wanted to focus on that kind of vibe.
Personally, so the idea originally was to do something that was a bit retro sounding. So the lyrics are all based on retro horror movies. So I think the music had to kind of suit that. And also the vocals, which was a challenge for me because I've never done anything other than growl or scream into a mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the things that really surprised me, because having seen you play in other bands, and I was like, oh, it's a completely different vocal style.
Yeah.
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 And it took a little while to establish that new style.
Yep.
And certainly, at rehearsals early days, it was a bit rusty and a bit awkward, but we got there. And I think the end result was pretty well received.
Yeah, because
what was the original question? Sorry.
No, you're answering it.
Why does the band sound like the band?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You came to me with all the lyrics just done, finished, ready to go. Like the whole concept, everything was pretty much ready to go. Except I hated the band name, and we argued for months about what the band was going to be called.
That was the original band name. You don't hate the current one.
No, I don't hate the current one at all.
What was the original one?
We went through a few. The first one, I know the first one that we agreed on was Retrospector.
Okay.
But that's now a song because there's like an 80s synth artist called Retrospector.
Yeah.
So we turned it into a song instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, you came to me or Dean came to me. I forget that people aren't watching us. And was essentially like, I want it to be like thrash and roll.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like thrash meets Motorhead. You know the sound that like Midnight, all those sort of bands. And then so I wrote one song and it sounded like a Slayer ripoff, and I was like, Dean, I think it sounds a bit too much like a Slayer ripoff. And then we just kept writing Slayer ripoffs.
Nice.
Now we've got 8 Slayer ripoffs.
Which is a good amount.
Yeah. It's the perfect amount, you might say.
I think it's better to have Slayer ripoffs than Midnight ripoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
True.
So the band name you settled on, Helluloid, which is a delightful portmanteau of hell and celluloid, which obviously is the overarching concept of the horror lyrics, of which there are many. I'm just gonna bust out some of my favourite song titles here. We've got Retrospector, as Dan's just said. We Are Going to Eat You! !
Yeah.
Which is of course from Night of the Living Dead, or
No, that's from Zombie Flesh Eaters.
Zombie Flesh Eaters. Pardon me.
Yeah. So that was the tagline on the.
Did you even do your research, Phil?
What kind of journalist are you?
Hey, that's why I'm here, to find these things out. My favourite, Stalk Like an Egyptian. Both
Yeah.
my favourite title and song.
That's
So,
my favourite title too.
Yeah.
I think it's everyone's favourite title.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm in
People
the
have
majority
Facebook
of...
inboxed me saying, I can't believe you guys have a song called Stalk Like an Egyptian.
And that was a last minute change too. I think the original
Yeah.
title was Revenge of the Pharaoh, which was really boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, good change there. Nice one. I really love the intro on that song. Nice and atmospheric. Actually, that's something I want to talk about as well. Dan, the intro on that song, Stalk Like an Egyptian, that's...
It's a guitar.
yeah.
I'm playing the guitar.
Cool. Excellent. Answer my question.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, cool. I was
Was that actually?
It was an actual question, yeah, because I know it's obviously, a guitar, but like I don't know how affected sometimes synths can sound, and I was just wondering if there was a bed,
No, it's a bit weird. So that was not going to be in the song originally. Like I wrote the whole song, and then I had switched the guitar over to clean, and I was mucking around over a metronome in the early draft of it.
Yep.
And I was like, I'll stick it on like an intro. Maybe we can do something cool, have a sound bite over it or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I said it, and everyone was like, it's got to be in it, man, blah, blah, blah. So then I redid it, but I get why it doesn't necessarily sound like just someone playing a guitar, because I recorded the chords separate to like the guitar, like it's not a lead, but you know what I mean.
I
So
do,
there's like 4 or 5 guitar tracks overlaid,
yeah.
and that's probably where a lot of that
the texture, because it's really textured and it sounds super atmospheric. So
there's no synth in it at all. It's just
cool. Awesome.
it's just a bunch of overlaid guitar parts and some like wind in the background.
Yeah, awesome. That's great. And aquatic necrotics. Aquatic necrotics. Say that 5 times really fast. No, it's fine. Which at the end, speaking of your vocals, Dean, I might be imagining this, but like at the end in the last chorus or the outro, it's very subtle in the mix, but you sound like you're doing like a cleanish vocal under the main vocal. Is that?
Yeah, that's a first for me.
Yeah.
I just felt like it needed something extra there, so I practiced in the shower, of course, before recording anything.
Where all the greats are made.
Exactly. And so you know what, that might actually work. So
Awesome.
bit different.
Yeah. Mission accomplished.
You won't hear me singing very often. It has to be a particular style.
Particular time of the night.
A particular time of the night.
Yeah.
And we did
Good
eventually give up, and that is Celine Dion singing.
Sometimes it's just easier to, get a
It
session.
costs a lot of money. Buy our merch.
We're going to be paying that off for 60 years. Yeah. No, that's great. Mission accomplished. Yeah. So the album is Slash Metal. Where can we buy it?
At your local brashes.
Fantastic.
Actually, that's a good question. Probably the best way to get it is at one of our gigs.
July 11th at Shock Kickers would be a good example of one of them.
That's a good example. The only example.
Yeah, that's a matinee, right?
It's a matinee.
Which is, as astute listeners will know, a secret of steel, the matinee show.
Yeah, absolutely. One of our favourite things. We live for it. I swear by it.
Yeah.
I swear by the matinee gig. Yeah. Get there in the afternoon, enjoy the heavy metal. You've got a few beers in you by the time you get home to have dinner and watch The Simpsons.
They're becoming more popular.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
becoming far more popular.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, if you put a matinee on...
Yeah, you'd be laughed out of town, right?
Yeah,
I think that's
100%,
because we're all getting older too.
Yeah, and no one's replacing us.
That's
We're
right.
getting older.
That's right.
Yeah, there's other people, we're just not making new friends.
Yeah. I just don't like them. You caught me out.
I unfortunately won't be at that one. I'll be abroad, but Phil will surely be there.
Absolutely.
I love Shock Kickers as a venue. Need more gigs there.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
And of course, we can find you on Bandcamp. Helluloid.
Bandcamp, that
Bandcamp,
would be
you
the
can
other
find
place.
Helluloid.
Facebook as well.
Yep. Super duper.
Hit me up. We're not really sort of advertising the release to the general public because we've sold a lot of them already, and
Nice. Yeah.
so there's
spot
not
to
really
be
a
in.
need to ram it down people's throats. But it's please support the bands.
Yeah.
If you see us out somewhere,
Yeah.
hit me up and I'll fix you up with a VHS.
Yeah. Yeah, the merch, we should actually definitely mention that because the merch is super cool. You've done a bunch of like truly custom things like the VHS, which houses a lush classic booklet, which has all the song lyrics and a bit about each song in it, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, don't worry, you don't need to dust off the old Akai VHS player.
Yep.
The format is still CD, but
Yep.
it's just in a fancy VHS case along with a few other bits and pieces.
Excellent.
Thought it would be a cool way to.
It's nostalgic.
It's nostalgic.
It's bespoke.
They
For
are.
sure.
They are
It's
actually.
all words that sound smart.
It's bespoke as shit, man.
And they are truly nostalgic because these are VHS cases that were once on the shelves of a Blockbuster.
Oh, perfect.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Horror section only, I hope.
That has yet to be confirmed.
Or denied, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Can't prove it, it
we'll
wasn't.
Let's go with yes.
we can't really say either way, so we'll assume.
Yeah.
We'll assume. That's cool, man. That's actually really cool because what other stories have been in this VHS case as well?
Exactly.
It's carrying.
Probably Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
Probably.
God damn it.
So we asked you to bring some albums along, 2 each. We would normally, because there's 2 of you, individuals we normally get to do 3, but I didn't want to do 6.
Yeah.
If Dan would have gone off the rails,
I
I'm
would have
sure.
gone to the pub.
Yeah. Very fair.
So which one of you wants to start?
I'll go first.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so
Wait, are we going to do one album, one album?
Yeah, yeah.
One album, one album. Let's do that.
We'll alternate.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
okay,
that.
we'll do
I
that.
want to keep you both engaged.
Yeah.
I want to see if you guys can guess one of mine. Actually, there is a hint in the room.
Is it Megadeth?
Peace Cells.
Peace Cells. But who's buying?
Yes.
Excellent.
What was the hint?
Just,
Where is it?
just for the record, if you weren't wearing the shirt, I think there's still half a chance I would have guessed it.
Yes.
To be honest. We'll never know,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't exactly gone too adventurous with my selections. Peace Cells, one of the first metal albums I ever really got into. Probably, it was definitely the first Megadeth album I heard.
Yep.
and had a lasting impact, obviously. I first heard it on a tape that had been probably dubbed 6 times over.
Perfect.
So the production was even worse.
It's the only way to listen to Megadeth really.
Well, that's right.
What year would this have been that you heard it?
Testing you now.
Or
Probably.
how old would you have been, maybe?
Yeah.
I would have been probably 12 or 13.
Yeah. I reckon that's
I'd
probably
say.
when I first heard Peace Cells as well.
Yeah, so it had been out for a couple of years by that
Yeah.
point. Hence the
6 times dubbed.
six times dubbed version that I had.
That's the right age to hear it, man.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
like, just ripping your mind open and...
What do you mean?
I've still got the tape at home. I should have brought the tape in. Could have had a listen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, 1986, their second album, Megadeth, A Force in Thrash, Legends for All Time. So many classic songs on there. Wake Up Dead, The Conjuring,
Yep.
title track, obviously.
Yeah, I really
My
love
Last
that.
Words.
There's so many songs on there that just aren't a normal, like, they do it all the time now. Megadeth albums, the ABAB, bridge, whatever. But something like Wake Up Dead is just 2 songs
Yeah.
rammed together. Like,
Totally.
100%.
Totally.
that stop and turn around
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
It's just
And
like,
what a bit.
Yeah.
What a neck-wrecking bit,
yeah, just,
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess, I don't know what they were doing at the time. They were doing lots of things at the time. But yeah, how do you write that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's I don't profess to have heard the last 5 or 6 Megadeth albums, but I doubt there's that kind of ridiculousness, because
Yeah.
it's a Beatles thing, just doing that, just taking 2 separate songs and jamming them together,
Yep.
and just have it be fucking awesome.
And also,
You know,
like,
it's not a guaranteed success.
no,
is what
it's
I'm
not a
trying to
guarantee
say.
success. No. What's your favourite track off it?
I'm going to go with The Conjuring.
Yeah. Obey.
Yeah. I think that's for me, that's the one I keep going back to.
Yeah. It's a bit like Looking Down the Cross on Killing Is My Business. They're not the same sort of song, but they're kind of...
I can see the parallel there,
Like
like
a
a
bit of a-
doomy intro. Doomy is in like the atmosphere, like
Yeah.
a slow kind of foreboding intro, and
then just
the
gets
kind
wild.
of rapid fire. The welcome to our sanguinary sect of worship. I learnt so many words from that song. Like I had
Yeah,
to
me
look
too.
them up in the dictionary to know what they
Half of my vocabulary comes from that song.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. So cool.
Yeah. No, it's a really good album. And yeah, other than the I ain't superstitious at the end sort of irks me, but other than that,
Megadeth are a terrible band at doing covers.
Yeah.
We got to throw that out there. We got to throw that out
You're
there.
right, Dan. I agree.
I know there's like that long gajillion-year-old Metallica versus Megadeth kind of thing, and like I don't care for it at all. But Metallica do really, really good covers, and Megadeth do really shit covers.
Yeah, I can't argue with that, man.
I can't argue
And
with
those are the things. Those are the irksome things to push that further rate about those early Megadeth albums. Is like, I don't mind the song Anarchy in the UK, but that just being jammed in the middle of So Far Good So What, it's just like, what's that doing there?
Yeah.
and then they
It's
used
like-
it as their closer for like a decade.
Yeah.
Live.
Like, just
Come on, you got-
I don't know. Yeah, you got other songs.
Yeah.
Do the other song.
Just play Holy Wars.
Yeah. Again, we just open with that. Play it again.
I don't think anyone would complain if they got to hear Holy Wars twice.
None complains.
I was going to say, actually, that my favourite Megadeth album is probably Rust in Peace.
Yeah.
This one's
This one's a bit more impactful though in...
just because it influenced where I went next on my musical
Yeah.
journey, with which bands I sought out,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. By the time Rust in Peace came along, I pretty much knew I loved thrash metal.
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
was a really good example of thrash metal.
Yeah.
Wasn't it just...
Yeah.
No covers on that one.
No.
No.
Smart.
No fillers either.
No. Getting Peace Cells around, sort of early teens or whatever, that sort of sets you up pretty well for the next, 10 years. Exciting. It's Gar Samuelson?
Gar Samuelson and Chris Poland.
Yeah.
Remarkable musicians. Yeah, both
Jazz
of them.
guys. Gar's passed away probably 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bit of an unusual drummer for thrash metal in the
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah. And Chris Poland, a pretty wacky guitar player as
Yeah.
well. Like his leads sound pretty off kilter.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to play.
Yeah.
I tried to learn years ago. I tried to learn Good Morning Black Friday.
Yeah.
and it's like you need like 12 fingers.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I didn't even attempt, so I'll take your word for it, man. Like, yeah, it's wild.
All right, Dan, what have you got?
I have. Oh yeah, all right. I'm not going to do any guessing games or any of that bullshit. Altars of Madness by Morbid Angel.
Oh,
Woo!
Yeah. So
Huge.
I'm going to try and not spoil your next one too much, but Dean picked thrash albums and I wasn't. I started, so it was around a month ago, I think you said pick 2 albums
Yep.
that you think are iconic.
Yep.
You used the word iconic.
Yep.
So I started with a short list of around 100 albums.
that's good. Yeah, it's a good place to start.
And
I'm glad you
then
took it seriously.
To simplify it, I removed anything that wasn't metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I thought we'll just zone in on metal because otherwise I'm on a metal podcast talking about
Celine Dion for the second time.
100%. Yeah.
So that narrowed it down to about 98.
No, I narrowed it down to about 40.
Okay, cool.
And then when you had picked 2 thrash albums, I removed all the thrash, and that made it easier.
39.
And I was surprised still that I ended up with a death metal album because, like, how do I put this without... No, I love death metal, but I think most of it is shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Interesting.
Yeah, I love a very small selection of death metal albums and think a lot of it is rubbish.
It's probably like me with power metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that about
But
you, Ray. Yeah.
that's also me with power metal. I think that's everyone with power metal.
I know some people that just like all power metal.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like the, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They're people who don't go out in public.
Yeah.
It's fine. No, power metal's cool. Sorry, everyone. Hail and kill, whatever the fuck.
Excellent.
So like, I really love like that early, early bolt thrower.
Yep.
Entombed. Like all that first wave. Death is a prime example.
Yeah.
And then I think like after that initial run of death metal, there's like either bands made it like as technical as it could possibly be, and it like loses its soul because it's all just like it's for Dream Theater fans, right?
Yeah.
Or the opposite of which is just like tuned down as low as we can, Cookie Monster vocals the whole way through, and none of it's very like memorable.
Yeah.
But out of all those early ones, I think I thought about it for a long time. I think Altars is my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome, man.
That's a very good description as well of how you got to that point. I'm glad.
Yeah, sorry, I had to break it down.
No.
No, excellent rundown.
Because I was surprised by you saying it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I mean, again, it's the bands you've been in that like color what I think you might like.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
And
yeah, excellent rundown. That's like totally how, like, especially the parallel with the power metal thing. Like, that's precisely how I feel about a lot of those things, and like haven't really articulated it like that. So I totally agree with that.
And I was late to the party
Yeah.
with Morbid Angel too, because the first Morbid Angel I heard, I think it was Altars of Madness, but it was like a bootleg of like them playing it live or something.
Oh,
that
okay,
a
right.
friend gave me a burnt CD of when I was like 14 or whatever.
I'm loving this.
And I listened to it and I was like, this is absolute fucking rubbish. Yeah. And I didn't listen to like...
because it's recorded on like a tape recorder at a gig.
And a few like years later, like I've gotten into Entombed and I've gotten into Death and whatever. And probably by the time I'm like 20 or 21, then I actually listened to Altars of Madness and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah, on the actual original CD, and you're like, what is... I didn't know it could sound like this. This is actually really good.
Yeah.
What year was Altars of Madness?
80, 89?
Yeah, I want to
Sounds
say
about right.
I want to say 90, but so it's in that. It's got to be.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
you
there.
might be. You're probably right. I can Google it.
Nah,
we can
it's
cheat.
alright.
We might cheat. We're
we
not
won't
going to cheat.
No, we want people to comment on the post and be like, "You
abusive.
goddamn idiots!
Yeah.
Huh? How
I'm
could
going to
you
be
not
watching
know?"
the comments.
You know,
I'm going to be arguing back. You
There was one on the Sabotage where you got the year of one of the Sabotage albums
Oh
from.
my gosh, that's
Lambasted.
You'll never live that down.
I'll never live that down. Yeah. And do you know how awful I felt? Like I didn't sleep for days.
I'm curious on the Morbid Angel thing. Where would you rank Altars in amongst the other Morbid Angel albums?
at the top. At the top by far. Blessed is all right. I don't mind it.
I love Blessed.
Yeah, I like it, but I don't like it as much. And pretty much everything after that, I just don't give a fuck about. I'm not a big fan of the later stuff at all.
Yeah.
I thought the third album was pretty solid.
What's the third album?
Covenant.
Oh, I forgot about Covenant. I'm not going on a podcast because I know much about heavy metal. I'm just throwing that out here now. Everyone in the comments, roast away, baby.
God of Emptiness is pretty sick. That's how I. That's when I first attempted the vocals that I did on Helluloid.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, cool.
That's probably where it comes from.
Yeah.
I think. Do you know why I think it's my favourite one? And like my favourite death metal album. There's riffs on that album, and they're like very few and far between. Like there's only like it just like a tiny little bit in each kind of song that are like they're not like a metal riff. They're like a pop music earworm. That just gets stuck.
Just a little hook for you.
Yeah, like in like a Mortal Rise, you do that, you know, and then you've got the bit in Chapel of Ghouls with like the ghost, like
So good.
it's like that, and like I'll listen to the record and like I'll like while I'm driving or something and put on something else, and then like half an hour later, my brain's like, woo.
That's.
It's those
And
little.
I'm like, that's
killer.
That's so much more interesting than just like, you know, like I'm in drop Z tuning and I'm just going for 40 minutes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Those little intricacies though keep you coming back to the album because you know you're going to hear something different every time you put it on.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you know it's not, like, you know, it's a different sort of time of writing music where you're actually doing whatever, you know, recording it on however they were recording demos. But now it's, I'm not sure if this happens to you guys, but I always fall into the trap of like, I'll sort of copy and paste a riff and like, oh, you know, it's going to go twice. So I'll just copy and paste when I'm sort of structuring my demos or
That's
whatever.
cheating, right?
I know it's cheating.
No, I do it too.
But yeah, but then when you do that, you kind of, you don't give yourself the opportunity to put the like weird little intro, like, you know, transition between riffs or...
This was something that in our previous band, Anarazal, it really like introduced me to because I wrote very little of the music in that band. I only wrote part of one song on the last record that we did, and I learnt the rest of it off tabs. And Valak, who wrote it all, each repeat of a riff was different.
Yeah, okay,
there was no two.
It was like the mad scientist of black metal riff writing.
Yeah.
It like the tabs wouldn't be like riff 1, riff 2, riff 3. It'd be
Section
riff
1.
1, part 1, riff 1, part 2, riff 1, part 3, riff 2, and each one had some little inflection on the riff, whether it's like you're going 3, 4, 5, 8, and then on the next one you're going 3, 4, 5, 2, and then the next one you're going 3, 4, 5, 6. Like it's just every single one was unique.
Yep.
And it made it a pain in the ass. But now it's how I write music.
Yeah,
because
okay,
I've
right.
gotten attached to how much that makes it interesting.
So now you're someone else's pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's all we can hope to be in life.
Yes.
Because that's because that band goes back to like the mid '90s, right?
Probably late 90s.
Okay, yep. So maybe, more of that in the rehearsal room type writing, or
I think it changed a lot over the years.
Yep.
But certainly, towards the later material definitely got a little bit more complex.
Okay.
In terms of songwriting. Yeah, it was a band that definitely evolved a bit, but still had the core elements, I guess.
Yeah, cool. When you talk about your riff writing, like with Irreparable as well, like you're a pretty versatile guitarist, I would. Yeah. Or at least you do a lot of different things.
And I get bored easy, and I have ADHD, and so I can't do the same thing twice too much. Yeah. Except rip off Slayer, apparently.
People have been doing it for decades. So
well, true.
But yeah, does that? Well, I guess having very different bands. That probably helps that quite a lot in terms of keeping you interested and giving you things to be excited about when it comes to writing. But does that from a listening with Morbid Angel, or the variety of music you listen to, is that you're just always trying to grab stuff from different places? Or
I think so, and I think it's just like I do a lot of like, if I'm not writing in the room with a band, which most of the recent bands I've been involved with haven't really worked like that. It's like parts of songs get thrown to the other band members and you learn them and so on and so forth. But if that's how I'm writing, a lot of it is literally just like, if I'm humming something in the shower, I've got to get the towel around me and get to the computer really quick to track it down, because it's just come to me and that's what it's going to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that, like the way that your brain does that is completely based around what you listen to, because what you're humming or what you've just come up with is probably like a jingle or something that you heard somewhere that your brain is remembering wrong.
Yep.
And it's now your riff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird how that works, but like you don't reinvent the wheel. You don't come up with a fresh concept. Your brain is sticking memories together and gluing it into whatever is going to be the music that it's coming up with.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
So the more stuff you've got in that, you know.
Yeah, that's what they say. More influences in the gumbo makes you more original. So it's like it's about just like seeking out and
makes you harder to see who you're ripping off.
Exactly right.
My YouTube and like Spotify and anything that recommends you things that you might like has no fucking idea what to do with it. It has no idea.
Eclectic.
It's like here's Revenge followed by Elton John. Like it has no idea what to do.
It's a good afternoon, actually.
So you're in your early 20s when you properly come across, well, you know.
I'm gonna say late teens, early 20s.
Yeah. And do you go back to it often, or is it just like a...
No, I haven't listened to it. I haven't listened to it in a long time.
Yeah, okay.
And I didn't start until
Alters?
Alters Madness. And it was kind of fun just to go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
Like the other one that I'm going to talk about later, was that my phone beeping?
It was, yeah.
I was sure I had it on quiet. Sorry, everyone. I've lost my train.
The other album you... Oh,
so the other album that I was going to talk about, I know like the back of my hand, and I didn't have to revisit it at all. And so I listened to it probably once, and I was like, I don't even know why I'm listening to it. And I listened to Altered Madness probably 10 times, and I only got sick of it like last night.
Yeah, sick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you did your research.
Oh yeah. Well, once I listened to it once, I was like, I just let it go again. It is an album that I can just hit go again.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
My favourite thing about Morbid Angel is that their albums chronologically are
that's
alphabetical.
Nice. As a person who suffers from OCD, I love it.
It pleases me no end.
Yeah.
Like it's just like,
Was that intentional?
I mean, it is, but I don't know how early they decided that. Like,
I think
the
once
third
they
album,
got
they're
to...
just like...
yeah, did when they come up with the second one, they're like, hey man, we've got a thing going here. Or the third album mean it was an accidental, because if it's that's quite a coincidence getting to the third one. But if they decided from the start, like in 1989 or whatever, that's...
I feel like F was where they really started forcing the album title.
It gets harder on X.
I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to
No,
that.
I was
next
going to
album,
say,
tell you
like,
what.
anyone that listened to, like, their last 2 or 3 albums would be very much like, please don't do the
We're
album.
not getting to X.
Can you just, like, remaster Alters?
Yeah.
Let's just do that, you know?
Do that for R. Second album, Dean. What do you got?
Okay, so continuing from my first album, this one was probably my gateway drug to heavier stuff.
Right.
When I first heard it, I thought it was rubbish, mainly because, unlike the Megadeth album, this one had been dubbed 12 times.
Oh, yeah, that extra
And
6.
it was horrible. The tape was all screwed up, but there was something about it that really hooked me. It had a much more haunting sound. South of Heaven by Slayer. So again, probably not my all-time favourite Slayer album, although it would be up there. It was the first Slayer album I heard, and it just had an X factor about it. There's something about the riffs and the I don't know if you get what I'm saying with the haunting side of it. But it was thrash metal with a little bit of horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, that opening riff, that creeping...
Yeah, it's
I'm with you.
an
right
amazing
away.
start to an album.
Yeah.
And Spill the Blood, the way it ends is great as well.
Yeah.
Just as haunting.
And
So
how cool coming after Rain and Blood, like being a thrash-tastic speed fest, and then starting, like, what a ballsy kind of power move.
Yeah.
Starting South of Heaven with that doomy...
Yeah.
and they copped a bit of
so
flack,
cool.
I think, at the time for doing that. But when you go over their catalogue, South of Heaven really stands out as one of their better albums, I think.
Yeah.
It's got so much character.
Yeah. Behind the Crooked Cross.
Yes.
Still catchy too. Like,
Still catchy.
Still catchy all the way through.
And yeah, it's one of those albums that I can put on at any time and really get into it. It's never gotten boring.
Yeah.
But interesting you say it's your gateway to the more extreme things. Because, Slayer's always, like, to my mind, you talk the Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth. Like, Metallica's kind of the popular one.
Yeah.
And Slayer's always the more extreme one. And, I don't know, always, like, Megadeth's the kind of guitar nerd one in my mind.
I think, and
Fair way to
that's...
say it.
So I think I discovered Metallica first, like a lot of people. Very early on, I would say that Metallica were probably the first metal band that I got into, like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just because they were so, I guess, accessible.
Yeah.
So I guess I owe Metallica for the start of my metal journey, but I very, very quickly moved on to Megadeth and fell in love with Megadeth. From there, Slayer. And Megadeth and Slayer were the two bands that really influenced me. But sort of not long after I discovered Slayer, I started seeking out heavier stuff. So that's what I mean when they were like a gateway drug for me, because they had me wanting more. And it was probably Morbid Angel that was the first death metal band that I got into.
Yeah.
Well, you can see the increments there of brutality, right? So from Metallica to Megadeth to Slayer, as you're on that journey, you can feel instinctively, it's like, hang on, this is getting more intense. So like, what else is out there beyond the gates, you know?
That's right.
So,
yeah.
And it's not that big a leap from Slayer to Morbid Angel. It is an increment, but it's not. Metallica to Morbid Angel is such a bigger jump.
Yeah.
This is probably just the vocal style is the biggest jump. Once your ears adjust to the death metal vocal style, then anything's...
it's all fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. You can handle it.
So there's people say to, non-metal people, if you got some death metal or something on, they're like, oh, I kind of like it except for the vocals. I'm like, nah, I think it might be the blast beats that really... Or
That's also probably not helping you.
Yeah.
Also, I can't read the logo.
Like, well...
Yeah. The aggression of it all grabbed me straight away. Like, sucked me right in. Because I, like you, came from Metallica and Megadeth and me dad listening to AC/DC and bands like that. And then I heard Slayer and I was like, this guy is fucking angry.
Yeah.
Like, really fucking angry. And I think it also... I'm a few years younger than you, and at the time that I first heard Slayer, the biggest, like... metal band in like the popular the eyes of the populace or whatever, most successful band, whatever you want to call it, was Slipknot. And like hearing that and then moving up from that to Slayer, it was like there's this whole other thing where people are just angry all the time, and I want to go there.
I mean? Like, that's where I want to be. That's where I want to hang out.
Slayer made angry trendy.
Yeah.
100%.
Isn't it funny that it doesn't matter what era in which you live, like, and you saying Slipknot just took me to that place, that actual time, and then, like, but then it doesn't matter what era you're in. If you hear Slayer, you hear Rain and Blood, you're just like, oh, that's fucking sick. Like, It doesn't matter what era you're in. If you're just a person, and someone shows you Slayer of 1980, 85, 86, 87, you're like, well, that's where I want to be. Like, it speaks for itself. We don't need to... we don't need to pump it up or write essays about
look,
it.
I could have come in today and said Rain in Blood and Rust in Peace, but that would have been...
It's a bit safe.
Yeah.
Too safe.
No.
But yeah, I mean, Rain in Blood wasn't an album, but...
I just meant, it doesn't matter what I'm saying, that like people are drawn to these classic bands and their best albums. Like it's the magic
Yeah.
speaks for itself.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be advertised or quantified or like, you know, say you're cool if you listen to this. It doesn't matter. Like if you're a person with a soul and like a heavy metal soul, like you're going to be like, that's.
I think
you know,
Slayer's
that's
first
sick.
5 albums are pretty much untouchable, but
Yeah.
they're all different.
Yeah.
There's something different about all of them. They're still unmistakably Slayer, but they're all unique in their own way, and that's one of the things I love about them.
Yeah, it's a cool journey. It's a cool step by step kind of 5 chapter sort of run, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
like you say, all something different about each one.
Over, 8 years? Something like that?
Yeah, I think
they smashed them out pretty quick.
83 was Show No Mercy, 83 to 1990 to 1991 ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It's a busy couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucky they're all short albums.
Yeah. I don't think
And
they've done another one.
I do like a short album, by the way.
Yeah. Because, Slash Metal's 31 minutes, I think
Around that, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, perfect length for an album.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the best metal albums of all time, Rain in Blood, I think comes in just under 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 28-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show No
Yeah.
Mercy's like
29
27
minutes
something.
and 30 seconds.
Yeah. Of the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not a wasted second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It
cram.
goes for like 33 if you include like the remastered one where
Yeah.
like Criminally Insane doesn't have the reverse symbol hit or whatever the fuck they changed. I don't
Just thank
know.
God that's on there. You know?
Yeah.
We need that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that an album is as long as it needs to be, right? You know, like Rain in Blood, 28 minutes, good as gold.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
The Wall, 90 minutes, good as gold.
Yeah.
You know, it's like album is as long as the thing it needs to be. Yeah.
I sort of it turns me off if I know an album goes for an hour. I'm much less inclined to listen to it. It's hard work,
Yeah.
and I'm like that with movies
That
too.
is the
So
most Australian phrase. It's just like, you know, like, oh, here's this album, goes for an hour. Oh, fuck off, mate.
What do I have
You
to
serious?
do? You just have to sit there. Oh,
For an
you
hour?
have to sit here for an hour. Fuck
We'll
that.
give me 2 half-hour albums
Yeah.
and I'll sit here for an hour, all right?
What if I chop it in half and call part 1 and part 2? How do you feel about that?
Can you package it in one release?
Yeah.
I'm the same with movies though.
Yeah,
if
like
a
a
movie goes
3-hour
for 2
movie.
hours,
Yeah. No, I'm the same, man.
can't do it.
I think when you buy, if you get something on vinyl and it's 4, you've got 4 sides to contend with, and you're like,
Oh, the multi-disc thing, yeah.
I'm going to have to keep getting up. Like,
That's really irksome to me.
yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe I should have got the CD of
Especially
this.
if the album is only like 46 minutes long. Oh, you can still, it's not ideal, but you can still fit that on a single vinyl.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, just fucking
You
put
lose,
it on there, mate.
sound
you know?
quality, but
Yeah,
you're right.
but
If you put 46 minutes on a double,
Yeah.
then you're only using like part of
12
each
minutes
side.
aside or
You're not
whatever.
even using that. Like you have to switch it like 4 minutes after. You go for a piss, come back, and you got to change the sides.
I've got one
Nailed it. You're
that's
totally right.
got a whole blank side.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah. I've got that too.
what's
yeah.
the deal with that?
There's like side A, side B, side C,
Yeah.
and then just
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This side intentionally left blank. You know?
yeah.
Actually, we should write a song called "This Side Intentionally Left Blank."
14 minutes of silence.
Yeah.
Just a little,
Take that, algorithm.
yeah.
Oh man.
Any favourite song off that you can pick?
it's hard to go past the title track, but there's a lot of bangers on there.
Yep.
I love Silent Scream, love Spill the Blood, love Mandatory Suicide, love Ghosts of War, love Read Between the Lies. Is that the whole album? I think I've just done the whole album.
Yeah. If you say
Like Undead?
behind a crooked cross, and that, I think you've.
I
very
left that
close
one
to
out.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Behind the, yep.
Yeah.
There's that.
Wasn't in order of the
and,
track.
No. Thought I'd mix it up a bit.
Yeah, and then the priest cover. At
Yes.
The end, is that at the very end? Or, it's close to the end, anyways.
Decent cover too.
So that's most of. I like how the stand. Bunch, crawl! Like,
Yeah.
Obviously, don't do the. So they Jeff just goes.
Yeah.
All right. I've got a question for you guys.
Okay.
Ooh.
If you unfroze a caveman, like a Neanderthal caveman or whatever, right? right?
Again?
And this caveman's like, oh yeah, I've been defrosted for a bit. I'm adjusted and all that sort of stuff now. But what the fuck's this heavy metal stuff? What's that mean? What album do you put on? What album do you put on for someone who has never heard heavy metal before, or just metal in general?
I've got a knee-jerk reaction, and it's Metallica Ride the Lightning.
Wow, you good call.
Mine was number
Because they've been trapped under ice.
No.
No.
Damn it! I set it up, and you knocked it down.
Oh, did you set that up for yourself?
I
I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate it. Crushed it. I love it.
Yeah. A Number of the Beast for me.
Yeah.
They're both very good calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would put on Painkiller
Yeah.
by Judas Priest.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yep.
That is the record I would put on.
Second to fifth gear, right there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cool.
It sounds like every subgenre of heavy metal at once, and nothing like any of them
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. Cool.
Like it just sounds like you told an AI to write a metal album.
Yeah.
It's pedal to the metal.
And all the songs are just about metal.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
You know,
So many
like
guys.
if you listen to if you read the lyrics to Painkiller, it's
Yeah.
like you went to ChatGPT and you're like, can you just write me a heavy metal song with no prompts, whatever? Yeah, sick, half man and half machine, and metal and steel and whatever.
But in saying that, isn't really what you're saying? It's just Rob Halford just perfected it, and now we
Yes.
all just try and.
What I'm saying is it's the perfect album,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's why I've picked it
Yeah.
as the
Yeah.
second one.
Yeah.
And everything on it, like the
Yeah.
guitars, just sound super sharp.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they're.
they sound like the razor wheels that are on that Painkiller
Yeah.
motorcycle that's on the front
That's
of
flying.
the album, and it's flying through the
Obviously.
air. Like that looks what it sounds like as
Yeah.
well. The cover art totally plays into it. Like it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
100%.
it's those everything looks like a razor blade or it's on fire, and that's what it sounds like from that blazing drum intro for the title track.
And then the guitar squeal.
Yeah, yeah, that's the first sound, isn't it? After the drums, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
It's like, we've heard
Yeah.
Slayer doing this, so we're going to give it a go.
Yeah. Oh,
we're going to
man.
show them.
Yeah.
I think it's a good choice. I love it. I'm not sure if I'd play it for a caveman.
I 100% would.
Because
If
their
you're
ears
not
would be a bit
ready, go
sensitive
back
after-
in the ice. Like, and like back in the ice could quite easily be a Rob Halford.
Maybe I'd
song
play it
as
for.
well.
Might play it for Han Solo coming out of the carbon freeze.
Oh, yeah.
I have an interesting. So why I picked this album, right? Mm-hmm. So the first Judas Priest I ever heard, like probably most people, was British Steel.
Yeah.
And I know there was this whole thing between like, well, a lot of the conversations that I had with like particularly older metalheads growing up that were like, before that album, before British Steel, all of like heavy music and heavy metal kind of just sounds like blues or prog rock. And then you get this kind of like that part disappears, and like the British Steel is like the first album that sounds like
Yeah.
the 80s, I guess. And to me,
Yep.
Painkiller bookends that, and it's the last metal album that sounds like the 80s.
Yeah, it's a good
And
call.
I was gonna pick British Steel for this,
Yeah, okay.
and then I realised that British Steel is like Star Wars, and Painkiller is like The Empire Strikes Back. It's the same fucking record, but everything is faster and has more double kicks, and Rob Halford's voice is like even higher. It's like Rob Halford listened to the 80s, heard Eric Adams, and went, "Hold my fucking beer, I'm going higher."
Yeah,
It's wild.
Yeah,
It's absolutely
and,
wild.
and Vader versus Skywalker, the duel at the end, which is obviously one shot at glory.
Yeah.
You know, like
Hell Patrol?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, it's right
That's my favourite song off
Yeah,
Hell Patrol. It's just
When that key change comes in at the end,
Yeah,
and he just goes somehow higher.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
I only have one criticism of the whole record. For me personally, it is almost my perfect heavy metal album. I absolutely love it. But it ends with a ballad.
It's a good one.
Ends with, what's the name of the track?
Touch of Evil? No.
No.
No, the last song is One Shot at Glory.
No, it's not.
The
There's-
bonus track.
Yeah, there's a maybe on the original, like on the vinyl, it's not.
Yeah, on the original album it ends with One Shot at Glory proper. But so if it's
Yeah.
if the
But hang on, if you heard side D.
It'll be on there. Yeah.
It should have been intentionally left blank.
Maybe it was only because I would have probably had like the remaster on CD
Yeah,
growing up,
and then
never
it had,
an extra track.
I
So I
reckon,
probably never knew that. There was a ballad on the end, and I can't remember what it's called, but I always thought.
Yeah.
I always thought it would have been better if they switched it and it ended with A Touch of Evil, because there was like 2 ballads, and A Touch of Evil was a stronger one, and that was my only criticism of it ever growing up. I'd turn it off after a shot at Glory.
Yeah, you'll be glad to know that like
I'm wrong.
your wish has been granted.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm
Like
wrong.
your wish
Thanks.
has been but your wish has been granted. Like the album proper ends with One Shot of Glory. So
good.
If
That's
you had heard it
fantastic.
at the time, like
That makes me happier.
yeah,
That
totally,
legitimately
man.
makes
Like
me
your
happy.
wish
There you
is
go.
granted.
It
That
is-
is
it is
And now
officially
it's
a flawless
perfect
album.
middle album. Like
You're right.
Absolutely.
You're dead right. It's the best metal album.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's one of those albums that for me, like if I had one criticism, it's almost too perfect.
Do you mean you need some raw foibles in there
It's
for it to
overproduced.
be?
It is very produced. But
It's I wouldn't say it's overproduced, and when I always have a good time when I listen to it, but it's one of those ones that once I have my fix, I'm not coming back to it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I wouldn't just put it on loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have those little nuances that make you come back to it because it's just so damn perfect.
Yeah, that's interesting. I suppose Judas Priest are a mood band like that though. Like, so if you're in the mood for something a bit more raw, you might go British Steel. You might go.
Well, that's
70s
right. There's
Priest.
plenty in the catalogue.
You know,
So
of course, you know.
yeah.
Again, your wish is granted. You
I
know?
love Screaming to Vengeance as well.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. Screaming is insane. Great album.
I always feel like you might not like this sentence, but I never go beyond Painkiller really with Judas Priest, as far as like
Afterwards.
anything that's been
I
like
don't think I did until I think I like fleetingly listened to like a few things here or there.
I usually listen to when they have a
made
new
one
one.
around a decade ago. Is it Firepower?
That's one of them. Yeah.
That was,
And I hadn't listened to any Priest in a while, and I think I'd tried a couple of albums, and like there was that one that had like the Illuminati eye on it, and I listened to it, and it just wasn't doing anything for me at all. And so I had kind of just like written off the band, you know, like I was like their best stuff is long, and then someone told me to listen to Firepower when it came out, and like. That's Return of the Jedi, man.
Yeah.
That's like they just went right back to those two albums and just made a third one, made a volume 3. Why not?
That's cool. I'm loving this parallel because, like, Return of the Jedi is that. Like, it's so enjoyable. It's not as good as the first two, but it's really, really enjoyable. So, like, that's a good parallel with the Priest thing because it's like, it's not as good as the 80s stuff, but it's pretty good, man. You know, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, when one comes out, I'll put it on. But I always find like the first 2 or 3 songs, and you're like, okay, these are the ones they're going to open their set with for the rest of the tour or for their tour.
I'm a little bit the same. I think Painkiller was the last one chronologically that I really gave a proper listen. Like I'd if they released anything after that, I might give it 1 or 2 listens or something like that. But it wasn't something that I'd keep going back to, which is probably a little bit similar to Iron Maiden, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would be
They
the last?
reached their pinnacle, and then there's really no point, you know, other than curiosity, listening to the later stuff because
It gets really storytelling-y, and I actually quite like that about it. I've listened to a bunch of later era
and those later albums, they go for longer than bloody 40 minutes.
They sure do.
Was it Book of Souls was a 2 CD affair?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, you don't stand a chance.
Nah,
Dean.
no way.
Do not stand a
No,
chance.
it's like Bruce Dickinson is just writing books.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like they're long and they're very like narrative driven.
On Painkiller, there's so many great songs we haven't even mentioned, which, you know, Between the Hammer and the Anvil, which is one of my favourite song titles of all the times. Just fantastic song.
Yeah.
Rob, can you just write a full album just about metal, man?
Yeah.
Like the substance about metal.
But it's all just like-
literally.
No worries. All guns blazing. Let's get there.
Yeah. Write a song about a kind of metal striking another kind of metal.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course I could.
Yeah.
Done. Give me 10 minutes. You know?
I've come up with these great these 10 titles.
Yeah. Glenn, write some songs.
Yeah, he's like walking through like the recording studio, and there's like an assistant that comes in from the side and like, Rob, your metal clothes have arrived. And, like there's this big outfit covered in chains, and we've parked your metal motorcycle and everything downstairs. Like it's so like it's so egregious and over the top, and I just love every second
Yeah.
about it.
Totally. Wonderful.
But yeah, perfectly done that. Like other bands trying to do that would sound ridiculous, but Priest just does it earnestly.
Yeah.
Halford, you trust to,
Yeah.
sing whatever, Rebel, Leather Rebel or something like
Yeah.
that. I think if Manowar tried to do that, it would sound a bit
Yeah,
weird.
man. It would not work.
So
And
what
we actually
about?
know that.
So, I've
know
got
this.
a question. So there are Priest fans out there who are very much into the old Priest, and for them, Painkiller was a little bit too much.
Okay, right, yeah.
What would you say in response to that?
Like
Well-
70s Priest fans that...
Yeah.
Well,
Well, for
Fuck
me,
'em.
right, I can...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Well,
No, sorry.
For me, I didn't want to get into this because, like, if you don't have anything nice to say, you don't say anything at all, kind of thing.
I knew you didn't
But-
want to get into it. That's
Yeah,
why I
but-
brought it up.
Yeah, cool. No, and you're right to press me because, like, my favorite Priest is Sin After Sin, Stained Class, Salvings of Destiny, the trilogy from the 70s. That's my favorite Judas Priest. But of course, I love Painkiller. I love Screaming for Vengeance. I love all the 80s stuff. Everything from Rock and Roller through to Painkiller has its place, and it's like the most wonderfully seamless heavy metal canon of all the times. Each a chapter and each something beautiful in its own right. But just the 70s Priest, like before he started only singing about heavy metal, it was just a different era, It was just a different era, and like.
Well, you mean there were other things to
Other
sing
things
about
that-
back then?
Of course, yeah. And his lyrics in those 70s albums, like they are, and I say this without any irony at all, they are actually poetry. Like they're
Yeah.
incredible lyrics, especially on Stained Class.
I rarely visit them, but I love Diamonds and Rust.
Yeah.
I love that song, and that's off one of those early records, isn't it? Originally.
It is, yeah. That's
Yeah.
Sin After Sin. That
Sin
is a
After
cover.
Sin.
That's a cover of a Joan Baez song.
Yeah.
But yeah, like even still, to have the confidence to sing that song
Yeah.
and to put it into your hard rock, heavy metal album
Yeah.
seamlessly again,
Yeah.
like just.
Have you heard the Megadeth version?
are you serious?
No.
Because it could be.
Yeah.
All bets are off after
Yeah.
the
That
Ride
was-
the Lightning cover.
There was one... Oh, yeah. Did you ever listen to that?
No.
Oh, you haven't listened to it?
No, I'm hoping to go my whole life without listening to
Probably a good call.
Yeah.
But yeah, to your question about Judas Priest,
Right.
yeah. I think I did answer it, but
Yeah.
but that's no insult to Painkiller.
No.
It's a journey. It's a through line. You know.
Yeah,
But I
I,
feel like you
always
kinda-
find it's an interesting one because, like I said, Painkiller's almost too perfect an album. If you were to remove Judas Priest's back catalogue up until that point, and that you heard that album,
That was their first album.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be blown away.
Yeah. That would
So
be
it's
quite
an
the statement.
interesting.
You'd either be blown away, or you'd be like, "What the fuck is this? This is ridiculous."
Yeah.
They're a brand new band, and they're singing like they invented heavy metal. But other than that, yeah, you're right. You're not wrong.
But yeah,
It's a solid album.
but your point that if you skipped the intermediate albums, if you just go from it would be jarring.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you do the whole progression, it sort of makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I'm trying to think of an example of a band like that, but nothing immediately. Oh, like Blind Guardian. Like if you listen to Battalions of Fear and then God Machine, or whatever the new one's called, you're like, these are different bands.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I used to
Yeah.
love that band, but everything they've done in probably the last 10 years, I put it on, and it's like, it feels like you've stuffed like 18 musicians into like a 5-musician band. It's just gotten, it's too big, it's too grandiose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, they were probably too grandiose in Night of the Opera
Yeah.
in 2002
I
or whatever
love
that
that
was.
record. I love that record.
Like, to say that one of the new ones is more like that's the most grandiose thing on the planet, I would say.
Yeah, I love A Night at the Opera,
Yeah.
but I think God Machine is the last one I tried to listen to, and I only got a song or two in,
Yeah,
and I
right.
turned it off, and I just couldn't piece together a bunch of what was going on.
Yeah.
There were voices over
a
here,
lot of
and then
information.
synths over there, and it was. I know they've always had a lot of a lot of instruments going on, and what's his name? Is it Hansi, the singer?
Yeah.
Like his voice is very like Freddie Mercury overdubbed over and over and over
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
so that it sounds big and chorusy. But it's never been too much for me until I tried that record.
Yeah,
and
right.
I was like, all right, this band has officially, I'm too old now.
Yeah.
I'm too old.
Yeah.
My ears don't work with this anymore. We're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, how many years between the first Priest album and Painkiller? What's that?
The first one is 74 and Painkiller's
90.
1990, so we're talking 16-ish
Yeah.
years.
Which is wild.
And
That's a long time.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of progression in that time as well.
Yeah.
But to come out with an album like that 16 years into your
Yeah.
career is pretty
Yeah.
special.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Like the energy, the vivacity to come out. And no one was expecting that either, because the album before it was Ram It Down, which is a totally serviceable 80s heavy metal album.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well, the new one's going to be, it'll be like that, surely. And then just bang,
Yeah.
kablamo.
Yeah.
Scott Travis on the drums.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like it's a little more difficult for bands that have long breaks and maybe in their what they're writing or whatever, like Guns N' Roses for a weird example, but the difference in time between The Illusions and Chinese Democracy, it's like whatever it was, a decade or so. Like obviously Axl, whoever, the people in the band have evolved so much,
Yeah.
but because there's not that constant album coming out,
Yeah.
like Priest had.
Yeah, people aren't witnessing the progression
Yeah.
that's happening, and albums are happening in between but not being released.
Yeah.
And so
Did anyone listen to that album when it came out?
when
Chinese
it came out, I
Democracy?
did eventually.
Yeah.
but it took me a while.
It took me probably 10 more years after that to get to it.
I can honestly say I've never heard it.
Yeah.
It's got some good stuff on it. It's all a bit long.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, right. That might be why.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You won't
Yeah.
get through it, but
No.
it's worth putting on for 2 or 3 songs.
I'll say one of the ballads towards the end, This I Love, it's one of the best ballads that Guns N' Roses have, if that's
All
your
right.
thing.
Well, I've got some homework.
But yeah, they're the masters. Priest, the masters.
Yeah, that's a really good pick.
Yeah.
Now that old Aussie's
Solid
passed
pick.
away, we don't have to fight anymore. Rob Halford,
Yeah.
He's the man.
He's the king. Yeah.
So, the reigning king.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
reigning king. Yeah.
Well, he
The
doesn't.
gatekeeper.
Yeah, there's not many of his contemporaries left
Yeah.
with Dio and Ozzy
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
It's just him and Bruce.
well,
Him
yeah,
and
but
Bruce.
but Bruce is
Bruce is writing books now, though.
and
Yeah, that's
but
right. Yeah.
but he's like a later. I'd say he's sort of the
Oh
next.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It'd be like 10 years younger or whatever.
Gee whiz.
Or
That's crazy.
maybe like 6 or 7 years younger.
How
or
old's Rob? Rob's got to be. If they started in
He's
'74,
mid-70s.
mid '70s. Yeah, right.
and Bruce is probably late 60s,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is still not young.
Bruce will live to 110.
Couldn't
though.
be described as young, but no spring chicken.
Anyway,
Yeah, what a great pick and what a triumphant way to wrap that up, because Priest, forever the reigning kings of heavy metal. And yeah, thanks so much for joining us today, guys. This has been
Thanks for having
really,
us.
really
Thanks
fun.
so
Been a
much
blast.
for having us.
Yeah,
100%.
get along to Shock Kickers July 11th if you're in Melbourne, and
yeah.
In
check
the
it.
afternoon, not at night.
yeah, what time's kickoff?
Good call.
What time is kickoff?
Uh,
2:30, 3, 2, 2, 3, sometime around then.
Just get there in midday and wait out the front awkwardly.
Yeah, for an autograph. Side D that doesn't have any music on it, we left that blank for us to sign, alright?
Intentionally left.
That's a